Hey, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, you're right now calling into me, Ring Da Len, and it's never felt better to say that intro than right now. We have our first non-binary winner of the Eurovision Song Contest. Nemo is an inspiration. Great job by Switzerland and Nemo getting this incredible victory. This is going to be inspiration for so many people. So many people can now look up to Nemo. And also because Nemo was able to sneak in a non-binary flag that the EBU said was not allowed. They were able to go on stage with that flag, sneak that in, show it on stage. That's opened up a lot of conversations, and a lot of people may have had their first exposure to that flag and also to the term non-binary. So I think this right here is a massive win, a fantastic win, a winner that deserves this so much, but that Eurovision don't deserve in the way it is run right now. What a mess. What a shit show this week has been. What an awful job by the EBU this whole year, putting so many people in danger. I'm hoping to see Martin Österdahl resign. I'm hoping to see a huge shift in the leadership of the EBU.
Yeah, good evening.
Crowd have turned on Martin.
The moment of truth has arrived. And I can tell you that we've checked and verified all of the results, and we're ready to start revealing the results
Some of the
of
crowd
the grand final
not
result.
happy with the EBU this year.
And I'm hoping that next year we get some new sponsors, that the countries are getting taken seriously, and that it's equal for everybody in terms of what's allowed. The fact that Jus Klein was not able to participate in the final, and then other countries are allowed to harass and then not be affected, even when the EBU are saying, yes, they've broken the rules, that needs to change. The trust for the EBU is at an all-time low, and the feeling towards Eurovision is also the least positive that I can remember. This right here is a contest that was celebrated for so many years, and this year was in a really tough battle for people to even want to tune in and watch. Okay, this needs to change. This is going to take time. We might need another decade before they get the good reputation, but the works needs to start now, and Switzerland is a great place to have the reset for the Eurovision Song Contest. Now, let's go over to more of the result. Let's talk about Croatia winning the televote. I know it's bitter that Switzerland only got 5th place in the televote, but they didn't do anything wrong. They play by the rules like almost every other country did. So Nemo has done nothing wrong, but I know it's upsetting. But with the current rules that the jury has that much power, the same amount as the people, this is bound to happen sometimes. It was a landslide win for Switzerland in the jury, and then it was a big win for Croatia in the televote. So, if the public were to decide, we likely would have had a much more exciting also voting sequence, because Croatia and Israel were really close to each other. Like, Ukraine got 307 points from the public, Israel 323, and then Croatia 337. This is really close. It would be really exciting if we had seen like the old voting pattern. I love this one, but the old voting pattern with just televotes, chef's kiss. That would have been super duper exciting. But SVT still created a fantastic show from start to end. All the acts felt different. The production is fantastic. The hosts are amazing. And what a crowd. Like, this was energetic, this was fun, this was serious, this was a great Eurovision. And the quality again was like through the roof, and everything felt different. We were able to finish our bingo card at the party, and we were able to, do our drinking game. And it was intense. It was intense with the drinking game. We even had this page where if you saw any of these individuals, you had to take a sip. One of them was Jus Klein. We printed this out before everything happened, where he was no longer participating because of being disqualified. Jus Klein would have impacted this show a lot. He wouldn't have changed the winner because Nemo, like they could not be stopped when they had such a great jury result. but the televoting would have changed. And I think Israel would have won the televote had it not been for the Netherlands being disqualified. The Netherlands got second place in semi-final 2, which is a fantastic result, meaning they beat the winner of Eurovision. And it would have spread out the votes for that style of entry. This would have been one of the biggest televoting songs of the year, most likely making sure Switzerland would have been like a 6th place instead of a 5th. But that didn't happen, and because of that, I see that's why Croatia also were able to get that incredible and impressive win. And I'm hoping the people of Croatia and Baby Lasagna are proud of this result. It was absolutely fantastic to see them get that love, and I'm hoping that this would just encourage Croatia to get even better. Right now, you struck gold, you had the perfect story, you won the televote, anything is possible. Croatia's day will come, and I'm so excited to see that happening, and the Baby Lasagnas should be super proud. And not to compare them, but Nemo was constantly, doing great. They delivered every single performance, and it was very similar. It was a great delivery throughout the whole Eurovision rehearsal process and semifinals and final. Whereas Baby Lasagna was also great, but had an evolution, because they grew as an artist for each and every performance. Like many said, the dress rehearsal on the day of the final was like the best performance they'd ever done, and it's so cool to see it gets better and better and better. So Baby Lasagna again has a lifetime gig with Eurovision, can come back every year. This is a song we love and an artist we love, and like cheers to you, mate. That was absolutely fantastic. And speaking of fantastic, the 3 I voted for yesterday were Finland, Ireland, Ukraine. Ukraine. I love you, Ukraine. Ukraine is, again, my favorite nation in the Eurovision Song Contest. Ukraine and Moldova is always in my heart. And seeing that fantastic result was so beautiful. And as they've said in interviews, the biggest win they can have is people adding Ukrainian music to their playlist, not forgetting about Ukraine, hearing the stories, hearing their culture. And they certainly have people adding them to their playlist, because this right here was a fantastic result. This right here, one of the fan favorites. And to do this from the so-called death slot of second position, it didn't matter. Like, you could put this song anywhere, it would have done fantastic. And I think no matter where it was in the show, it would get the same result. So absolutely brilliant. Of course, that's a discussion for another day. Maybe if they were later on, they could have won the contest. Such a deserved top 3 finish. And speaking of finish, Finland, we had a Eurovision party, as I said yesterday, and Finland and Ireland had the biggest reactions. We had people who had never voted before, who voted maxing out their votes for Ireland, and the laugh out loud fun of Finland for 3 minutes is absolutely fantastic. I still think the EBU really messed up putting Finland between the most serious entries, the 2 most serious entries in that section of the show. I think that was such a stupid decision by them, and we even talked about it at the party. But while it was on, absolutely fantastic and such a great number. And yeah, it was just the best. It was just the best. And of course, Ukraine's the best. Ireland's the best. Ireland did fantastic. 6th place. Ireland, 6th place. It's incredible. They did great. Bambi Tug, icon, then, now, forever. Oh, it's so good. This top 10 also is just so good. What a fantastic top 10. Like, I'm so happy to see this top 10. And I had a romance with Slimane from France yesterday. It was very beautiful. He talked just to me. We had eye contact. It was really beautiful. Like, France, great job. Italy, also I haven't mentioned Italy yet. Great. Loved the new outfits. It fit much better for the performance. Armenia, just a party. I did not expect Armenia to get top 10, but I'm happily surprised that happened. And then we have 9th place, and I was lucky enough to interview Marcus and Martinez for the Nordic Music Celebration. And I asked them a lot of questions, but one of them were this. Do you feel like this Melfest victory has helped the Norwegian audience understand who you are and take you more seriously? Because they're seen as child stars here in Norway. And they're not seen as that anymore. Top 10 finish in home turf in Sweden. Absolutely fantastic. Opening up the show, doing great. This was a fantastic performance. A lot of people are not talking about Marcus and Martinez, but we need to talk about them. We need to talk about them. They were kings on that stage, behind the scenes, everywhere they went. Fantastic representatives. They were amazing, and they even had a Norwegian flag in their green room, which was much more exciting than the points we got. I'm just kidding. As a Norwegian, I am so proud of Gote. Gote did amazing. Beautiful performance. Fantastic band. They stayed true to themselves from start to finish. I freaking love Gote. And they did us so proud getting to the final. But it's so fun that the SVT is presenting a number about last place finishes to do a dig at Norway in semifinal 2. And then we get last place. Fantastic stuff. Thank you for the 4 points. That was so much fun. I loved getting those points. It was just a fun vibe. And it was like, what just happened? Was it deserved? I think so. Just because I think a lot of people who loved Gote didn't love it enough. I think a lot of the people who loved Gote also loved, for an example, Ukraine. And Ireland and Croatia. And I think it was like, oh, that was fantastic, but it's my 3rd place or my 4th place. I totally see that happening. I think that's, deserved result. That's what we got. Because you vote for your favorite, right? So unless you're really drunk and you just like vote like crazy. But luckily I stayed only voting for 3 like crazy. But I remember last year, which was deserved, but I got so drunk I was like, Belgium needs 10 votes from me. And I had forgotten that, and I looked through my log and I was like, oh, I voted a lot for Belgium. Love Belgium though. Love Belgium. And love like this result there. We also have Portugal in top 10. I think that's great addition to the top 10. I'm not sure if I talked about Israel. Israel did a really nice performance and got huge backing in the public vote. So much so, getting to a 5th place. Didn't get many points from the jury, but got that 5th place because of a huge public backing. Let's see here. They got 323 points, as we talked about earlier. So they almost won the public vote and got 5th place. So that was a big result also there. Overall, a lot of these spots here I feel like are really deserved. It's so fun to see Germany. We got to talk about Germany. Germany getting 12th place. That was just so much fun. That was so much fun. It really deserved it. I think it was a fantastic performance. I'm happy to see Germany not being last. Well deserved. And Germany, like, I think, yes, they got top 10 with the jury. Top 10 with the jury. I am so happy for them. And I'm hoping this will create a better trend now for Germany. It can't get worse than what it's been before, but now Germany can maybe reach the top 10 next year because they have that quality. And I think another one I would just want to point out, which I think is just fantastic to see, is Latvia getting such a great result. 16th place. Dons did fantastic to go from being not seen as a potential qualifier, seen as having no chance of getting to the final, goes to the final, and he beats giant names like Ali Alexander. He did great. Dons is somebody who's carries himself in a very, very beautiful way. He is somebody who has a lot of deep thoughts. He is someone who is great at speaking and making his presence felt in a positive way. He adds something to the room, and we've seen that the whole season, that he is somebody who a lot of people really trust because he's such a caring and kind soul. And I'm very happy to see him get this result. Very deserved. Great to see Latvia doing that well. It was a fantastic performance also. So very happy to see him be rewarded and see him do so well and be over so many top names. I think that was so well deserved. And yeah, ultimately here, I think this is the right list. I think this is the right list. I think overall we have a great total result here. Would I have switched things around? Yeah, I got my top three as the top three, but it's just turned on its head. So my top three was Switzerland in third, Croatia second, Ukraine first. We got it the other way around for the actual result. But I can't not be happy about that. That was a great experience for me seeing that top three. Great winner, and I think also Switzerland is one of the best countries to be hosting if you're going to do a reset on what Eurovision is. Change up the leadership is going to be a big obstacle now to get Eurovision back on its feet after its current stance, and I think it's nice that Switzerland is hosting and not Croatia. You could have also made the argument it's so great to see Croatia host for the first time when we're changing up what Eurovision is, but I think that's going to be so much work and it's going to be so difficult, and I think Switzerland has a better infrastructure to be able to produce that type of show and change up what we deem as the Eurovision Song Contest. So yeah, overall here, very happy with the result. A lot of great entries, as I said yesterday. Spain was great and could have gone higher, but I still think everything here looks right. There's nothing which I'm looking at that seems undeserved. I think this overall is the perfect top 25 ranking here. I would have loved to see the Czech Republic in the final. I, of course, also love to see the Netherlands in the final. They should have been here. But I'm kind of glad the Czech Republic are not in the final, seeing as they got 11th place and Norway got 10th, and we were borderline qualifying. So very happy for us. But yeah, pedestal really deserved it. But yeah, that's what I think about now. That's what my first impressions are of the result here. Great result, great show, and yeah, a lot of countries can be really proud of what was delivered yesterday. So yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing what you guys think. Did you love it? Did you hate it? And until we speak again, have a great day, a great life, and please remember, take care of yourself and each other. Take care.